Hello. Uh, First of all, I would like to apologize to my, my fans, really. Like, not my family or my friends. I'm talking about the people who actually buy my products, the people who buy my shirts, the people who buy singles, those people. Because lately I've been letting success dilute my product in a way in which, like, I don't want to be one of those people who people say to themselves, "Oh, now he used to be hungry and now he isn't doing anything." So I promised myself that I wouldn't keep certain parts of my life private, but for the sake of my fans, I, I would explain why I haven't been vlogging. Really, I've been doing everything else, but like vlogging. Uh, First of all, I'm in the hospital, and COVID-19 has been concentrated on so much. We forgot about every other disease that you could possibly, or virus that you could possibly get, right? No one talks about the flu or pneumonia, or no one talks about these things because COVID-19 has like came in and sucked all of the air out the room. And I was home and I was coughing, and my baby was like, "That ain't no regular cough." I'm like, "All right, cool. I drink tea, whatever. Get some soup, and you know, do those type of things." And it didn't go away. It got worse actually. And if you don't know, eh, eh, if you don't know, I am substance free, meaning like as far as sobriety is concerned, I chose that path not to partake in any like substances or drugs or alcohol or anything like that. And at first, that's what one of my old heads was telling me, like, "Yo, it's been a while since you had a drink or anything like that, or like you basically shut down, you were cold turkey, and all this stuff happened." And that's usually when things start happening to people when they stop using substances. So that's what I thought initially. And I can't lie, because of the clarity that I have now in my life, I realized that us in the black community, we don't necessarily view the hospital as something good. We're very untrustworthy of it, this, that, and the third. But I get sick, I'm gone. I'm blessed to have a situation where an injury that I sustained playing sports professionally has got me to a place where I have insurance, and there's a whole lot of Americans who don't have insurance, and I don't have to pay for anything. So it's it would be almost disrespectful to not go to the hospital and check. And I thank God that I did, because I got pneumonia, and not like regular pneumonia. It's like they got to figure out, they got to drain my lung pneumonia. So I've been in the hospital for some days now, and I promised myself that I wouldn't like uh, give that type of information out anymore. And if it was the case, then I'll just wait till I get at the hospital and talk about it then, because like you have to understand the time that we live in now. People, your haters be happy that you going through stuff. Like, I'll say that again. That you would think that if you were going through something, that a person would say something like, "I'm gonna pray for them," whatever. But no, there's some people who happy because of your suffering. So I did not give those people any any pleasure out of my discomfort. But like I said, I had to take a moment to sit back and say, Wilson, man, like you never thought that you would be here, like turning down tours and and figuring out what you gonna do and doing shows and multiple streams of income and all that. Like, so maybe you need to put your pride to the side and stop worrying about your haters and worry about your supporters. And that's why I chose to do this today. Uh, uh Success is a weird thing, you know. Uh, all of the times that I thought I would be, or all of the things that I thought that I would be able to use, it ended up happening without my permission. And huh? Gotta take it for a CAT scan. Okay. All right. And it happened without my permission, and the craziest part about it is now that I look back on it, I realize that it was because of the shock and all of it that made me understand that things sometimes don't happen the way you want to. I gotta go to the CAT scan. I'll be back. Okay, so excuse me for that little breakup. I had to actually, they came and got me for a CAT scan. So, yeah, I just wanted to speak on the whole process of, you know, if someone told you, other than like a very arrogant, cocky person, which I could be at times, like everybody knows that, but at this particular moment, I'm not. So I can say that the majority of the people, if you ask them and they answered you truthfully, they probably would say the same thing I say. Like, success was something that, I was chasing. And it seemed like as soon as I stopped chasing it, it found me. And that makes it kind of, you know, makes it kind of strange for a person like me, because I'm constantly thinking to myself like, oh, in the hospital, so uh, there's a lot of breaks up because I think it's very important that people who have made it on the other side of the fence explain these things. Like really, that's exactly what happened. It seemed like when I stopped chasing it, and I guess the average person that know me, or the average person that that intimately know me, would tell you that as long as I got enough money to feed my children and live nice and not be forced to do anything, if I could wake up in the morning and be able to do something for me and my family that I feel like I need to do or want to do, I'm kind of cool. And I'm seeing now, when you ask for success, you got to be careful because, like, you might not have a choice in that. Like, if you're really good at something, it only takes one time for you to do something good around the right person, and then like you're necessarily not going to have a choice. And, I'm I'm not going to say I'm afraid. I'm gonna just say that matter of fact, forget that. I'm like, this is the honest Decopbo. So I'm petrified. Like, I don't want to get to the point where I can't go outside without somebody with me, or I can't like go to the mall with my kids without getting harassed. And I was in a supermarket. No, I was in Wally World. That's what I call Walmart out in Jersey. And somebody walked up to me and was like, "Your name's Snugs?" I was like, "Oh shit." I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, what happened? Like, whole pause, time out. And I'm not even gonna get into that. Like, that was my old name on the show. that I was on, like a reality type thing, and and it just dawned on me that, hey, dude, like it's too late for you to be talking about what you want and how you want it. Like you didn't already put it out in the universe, so like it, because I don't think people understand it. There's a price to pay for success. Like it's a lot of people who might think they in a bad situation, but you can go to the mall with your kids without worrying about somebody thinking you got something that you ain't got, or you know, or people inboxing you and you got a woman and she like, why is this chick even? You like, I don't even know this woman, and you got to have those conversations until she finally recognizes that you got fans. Like, cause that average person, you tell that, they like, dude, you ain't got no fans, dude. Like nobody believes anything to you till you see it. And then we have, us as black people, we have such a bad relationship with success of other people that we always think somebody lying. So, those are two things I wanted to touch on. Like, I just wanted to like touch bases, make sure, tell everybody that I didn't fall off a cliff. I'm not locked up. I ain't got COVID. It's just we think about COVID so much we forgot everything else exists in the world. It's still cancer, it's still diabetes, still pneumonia, still the flu. All these things still exist. And for me, it's like I just get to a place and I just sit back and I just say to myself like, I hope you're really ready for this, because I see it coming, man. You know, I see it coming, and I see the train. I just don't know how fast the train moving. And and I'm thankful. I don't want nobody to think that I'm ungrateful. I'm thankful. I'm focused. That's the whole purpose of me not doing any drugs or drinking and nothing, because I realized that I'm gonna have to be super, super duper 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 sharp and on point. I can't be on point. Nah, this is the wrong time to be on point. You know, I done been through this already in my life, and I was on off point, and then I looked up and and I googled my name, and my stuff was being sold. My songs was being sold in China and all kind of shit. And the movie where the dude go back to the office and the boy was doing a Ponzi scheme, and he went back to the office where the office was, and the office was empty, and the phone number was turned off and all that. Yeah, that really happened to me. Philly's next. Kush, Vega, Dutch, Q Fever, Philly Phil, Crab, like a whole bunch of people got caught up in that joint, man. It's like I can't, like, to know that somebody's like living off of my success right now. So I made sure that's where the whole bloodline entertainment came from, because I'm like, not only is this never gonna happen to me, I'm gonna make sure this never happened to nobody else, because like it really made me not want to do it no more. I'm glad I pushed through it and did it, because like now I actually own everything, and that's priceless. I don't gotta answer to nobody. I ain't worried about nobody firing me, nothing. It was a process. But, your boy good. It was nice talking to y'all. I ain't gonna lie, I do miss y'all. But sometimes sometimes I just feel like, you know, everybody, including people who do the vlogging and YouTube stuff like me, who actually physically get paid for it, whether it's monetized or non-monetized. I think you should take a break every once in a while so you don't burn yourself out and your content don't get diluted or suffer because of it. And I think, when I come back for this winter season, I'll be refreshed and on point and more focused and more beautiful as a person inside and out. I have more clarity. Won't be so much all over the place because focus. But once again, it's your boy Decopbo. Like always, keep it sexy, my friend. Decopbo on.
Thank you, Corona.